forward with inviting Mr. Tyrone Johnson to the podium to share with us. As he stated in his introduction, he is a past veteran. He works with the homeless population for Neighborhood Services Organization, and he's also a retired police lieutenant for Detroit Police Department. So, Mr. Johnson, if you would share with us a few moments update.
Good morning again, everyone. Again, my name is Tyrone Johnson, currently a case manager with Neighborhood Legal Services of Michigan. First and foremost, I want to thank all of the vets that are present here for your service to this country, because service is actually becoming a dying art in this country, and a lot of people don't appreciate us. So I just want to say thank you. Hat goes off to everybody for whatever contribution they may have made, because whether we agree with everything that goes on in this country, we got a great country here. And I just, that's my personal opinion. Again, I work with homeless veterans with Neighborhood Legal Services of Michigan. We've had a contract with the VA now for the last year. We're moving into our second year of our contract. Our first year, we serviced over 225 veterans. And just to give you a brief explanation of what our program does, we help veterans that are at risk of being homeless or that are currently homeless. So one of my job duties is I do outreach. I'm out in the community probably 7 out of 8 hours of my day, just looking for people that are living in their cars or living in abandoned buildings. And a lot of people don't realize that we actually have a crisis here amongst the city of Detroit that's going unnoticed, and the news never covers it, but you got a lot of people that have served this country that are living in abandoned houses, living in the cars, sleeping under bridges, and just personally, I think that's just disgraceful. That somebody actually went, paid the price that they needed to pay to serve this country, and then come back here to find out that they're not being taken care of. And just real briefly, I'm gonna give you some statistics. The VA reports that high number is 20%, low number is about 5% of all veterans ever receive the benefits that are due to them from the military. Okay? And that's usually because of the bureaucracy, the paperwork that's involved, and the issues that a lot of us have come back with from wherever we serve that the military does not address. Okay? The biggest problem that you have dealing with veterans is that they don't give you a whole lot of time to work with them, and they want you to try to perform miracles in less than 90 days, which sometimes you can't go back and correct years worth of damage like PTSD and some of those other things in just a matter of months. So I can appreciate the administration's campaign on ending homelessness, but it's, we're putting Band-Aids on gunshot wounds is what we're basically doing. I mean, everybody's doing the best they can, and there has been some significant progress, but we just need to get better at it. It's not just veterans, but the homeless population in Detroit is a lot bigger than they let on. They try to sweep it under the rug. You're not gonna see the news running out and showing you all the people living under the bridges and in some of these abandoned houses. And those of us who are more fortunate than others need to realize that, sometimes we need to give back. I was a homeless veteran at one time. When I came back from my first tour from Panama, I came back, the military trying to kind of just drop me off back here, didn't give me any direction, just kind of said, you got a military preference for a job, and that was basically it. Didn't tell you, what you need to do with the stuff that was going on in your head or any of that. And that's really the biggest issue that needs to be addressed amongst the veterans, is what's going on with them psychologically. That's what a lot of people don't realize. It's a reason why some of them, besides the fact that the VA is giving them the runaround, are living like they live, because you've taken them, you've trained them, you've given them a whole different mindset so that they can go survive. They go and they do what they need to do, and then when they come back, this is a different world to us now. The world that we came from for 6 months, 2 years, or however long it was that we had to learn to adapt to, it's a whole different world coming back here, and they need some assistance with reintegrating themselves back into society. So real quick, I just want to let you guys know, if you guys know any veterans that are like having problems with bills, they're having problems with their houses, taxes, any kind of legal issues, we address them. If they're having problems with their VA claims, any things of that nature, you can send them down to our organization, and we'll make sure that they get the help that they need. If we aren't able to help them, we can point them in the right direction. We got attorneys on staff that specialize in just about anything you can imagine. And the biggest problem that our veterans are having right now is they got a lot of criminal issues from just trying to survive, okay? It's difficult for them to obtain employment right now because a lot of them Their driver's privileges have been suspended. That driver's responsibility is just eating them up, okay? And now you got employers now that they want a clean record. They want you to have a valid driver's license, and they're making it more and more difficult for not only the veterans but for everybody to become employed. And I'm with him like that. I think some of this is just by design. It's just my personal opinion. But so yeah, if you know anybody, you got a neighbor, friend, you run across somebody, please send them down to our organization so we can try to give them the help they need. We work directly with the VA. We do a clinic every other Friday at the VA hospital. We get them connected with case managers if they need it. We help them apply for their benefits. We go to court with them. We got street outreach court. We got a veterans court, and there's a lot of different programs and things that they can qualify for. But unfortunately, some of them have got discouraged because the VA has run them around in circles for so much they just don't trust anybody anymore. So when you start talking to them about getting their benefits, it's, oh, Mr. Johnson, I went down there, I've been down there, I've been down there. They keep telling me no, and I'm sure that you know just from having a VA claim, the first time you usually go down there and apply for any kind of benefits, they deny you. It's like Social Security. And sometimes these guys just don't have the wherewithal to just keep on doing the paperwork and getting the process done. So again, my name's Tyrone Johnson. I'm a case manager down at the Neighborhood Legal Services of Michigan. If any of you guys know anybody that needs our help, any of you need our help, we're more than happy to help you. We'll come to you if we need to. You don't have to come to us. All you gotta do is, one of my jobs is they call me and they say, hey, we got somebody over at this address right here. Can you go over there and see what they need help with? I kind of got a whole setup in my car where I can pretty much do anything from out my vehicle. I got tablets, I got scanners, I got printers, I got everything I need in there to try to get you some help. A lot of people don't realize this, but when they take us into the military, we got to be almost like picture perfect. Okay? They 3 days I can remember just like yesterday. They had me in the MEP station, up and down, no clothes on. I mean, they check you from head to toe. You went in the military, you was perfectly fine. So when you come out and you got drug abuse, alcoholism, and some of that, a lot of people don't associate with that's what happened to you in the military.
Nice point.
And the military needs to compensate you for that.
Nice point. Very good.
A lot of people don't realize that. I can guarantee you, especially in the old military, when you went to the old military, you were perfect. They didn't even let you have flat feet back then. You were perfect.
Very good point. Very good.
So thank you again for your time.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Johnson, for sharing with us. I'm quite sure that was very informative for a lot of us to know those statistics. 20% high end, 5% low end actually receiving veteran benefits. And there are so many veterans that are here in our city, so many across the country that have all this access, but not really because of the paperwork.